What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cinematic here, back at it again for another video. I'm not sure if you guys ever owned a PlayStation Vita, but if you guys did own a PlayStation Vita, you guys must know about this game. This game is called Freedom Wars. Well, Freedom Wars is coming back, and it's coming back better than ever. It's going to be remastered with enhancements such as 4K resolution, upgraded textures, and also it's going to have 60 frames per second. It's going to be on PlayStation, PC, and Switch. Sorry Xbox guys, no Freedom Wars for you. And the reason I'm talking about this game is because I really want this game to sell pretty well. And the reason I'm going to talk about that, before I talk about that, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I will highly appreciate it. Now, a couple months ago, Namco Bandai announced that they will be remastering Freedom Wars, and this announcement came unexpectedly because, yeah, like, this game has been in the shadows for so long since Sony owns the rights to it, but all of a sudden it's getting remastered. And like I said, I will hope for this game to sell pretty decent, but the reason I want this to happen, and for me bringing up this game, is because I have a tight attachment to this game. It was literally one of my favorite games on the PlayStation Vita. It was so unique, had a great creative character customization feature, weapon upgrades and enhancements, and missions that were worth the grind. The game also has some pretty good multiplayer features, including players that can team up to complete missions and operations, typically focusing on rescuing civilians and taking down powerful abductors, or battling waves of enemies. It also included a PvP multiplayer mode, so you know, that's a lot of content up the bat right there, like, you know, especially for a PlayStation Vita title. So like, you can imagine how many hours are spent on this game. Like, I spent hours upon hours grinding this game on the PlayStation Vita when it was free during the time on PlayStation Plus, and I took advantage of it because with that, I happened to make a couple friends online through Freedom Wars as we grinded missions after missions. No matter how long it took, no matter how frustrating it was, I feel like these people were always there for me. Like, these people were always down to play missions that eventually led me to get me the platinum in this game. So as I hold this game very dear to my heart, almost as much as I do for Gravity Rush. Now, you know, both of these two games were PlayStation Vita exclusive titles at the time, and the crazy part about it is that Freedom Wars is being published and handled by Namco Bandai all of a sudden. Like, it does make sense knowing the fact that Namco Bandai and Dimps have worked together before to make Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. Now, this game was more or less a prototype of Freedom Wars, but it was just more of a janky mess. I feel like it wasn't as smooth as Freedom Wars, especially when using the little grappling hook as your movement. It just felt janky. I also feel like the enemy and ally AI can feel clunky and unintelligent at times. Allies may not provide effective controls in combat, and enemies often like follow a predictable pattern, reducing the challenge. I've tried Fatal Bullet so many times since it was the closest thing to Freedom Wars, but it just never really hit the same as Freedom Wars. It does seem like Namco Bandai is trying to take this game pretty serious from the way they already released the announcement trailer, which was basically a live action trailer. So I feel like they're trying to market this game pretty well. And now the thing about Freedom Wars was that it was on PlayStation Vita jail for the longest. And the fact that Namco Bandai dug deep to basically take the license from Sony, it shows that Namco Bandai was probably interested in maintaining this IP for the longest, probably even after Fatal Bullet's release, but they couldn't since Sony was holding on to this franchise. But now, since this game is out of PlayStation Vita prison, I just hope that this game can hold up to its potential as far as sales. You know, Namco Bandai loves its anime games, and if this game sells pretty well, Namco Bandai might see it as a success and may want to work with Dimps again to create a sequel. This is what I'm just hoping for. This is literally what I wanted for so damn long. Like, I literally never thought that Freedom Wars would ever come back, and now that it's coming back, I mean, why not try to make a sequel out of it? Like, you know, now that we got the remaster coming out, which is coming out in sometime in January. I'm not sure about the specific date, but it is coming out in January, and I'm just anticipating that. Like, I will replay this game, and I will replay it with my friends. Like, I'm just really excited to play this game again. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, I hold this game very dear to my heart, like I said earlier in the video, and it just brings joy. Like, it just brings me back to like the times I was just like really like locked into my PlayStation Vita, like really having like you know, just like really locked into the screen and trying to grind and upgrade my weapons and getting all the, you know, all of the weapons and all the customization and everything else. Like I literally want to go back and play this game right now. Like thinking about it and talking about it, it just makes me want to go back, turn on my PlayStation Vita and just go back to my save data and just play it. It would be dope if like you can transfer your save data from the PlayStation Vita onto like the remaster version, but I feel like that's not possible, like, you know. But it would have been really dope, because now once again I had to grind all over again, which I don't mind, because literally it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I don't mind doing that again. And especially if I have a group of friends to do it with now. Like, I mean, like when I say group of friends, I'm talking about like my personal friends. Like if I tell my friends out there like, yo, buy this game Freedom Wars, and they buy it and we all just grinding and playing the game and just like, you know, causing havoc, causing mayhem, like it's gonna be a fun time, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause like it was a fun time with strangers, so I can imagine how fun it's gonna be with my friends. So yeah, that's just me. That's just how I feel about Freedom Wars. I love this game. This game is really underrated to me, and it's one of the games that just never got the attention that it needed, you know, like, and yeah, like that's just how I feel about it. So anyways, with that, I'm gonna conclude this video. Please let me know in the comments, are you guys excited for Freedom Wars Remastered? Have you guys ever played Freedom Wars, the original one, on the PlayStation Vita? And please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will highly appreciate it. My name is Sam Matic, and I'll see you guys on the next video.